Hello everyone, welcome to the DevSecOps channel and glad to reconnect with you all and great to be back. In today's session, I'll be walking you through a practical demo of an AWS serverless architecture, and that's basically event driven, and where we'll be simulating a shopping cart and order placement workflow. So it will be completely practical demo. So I'm just simulating a minimal shopping cart website. So obviously the core concept is same, and you can simulate that. Okay. So by the end of this session, like, you will have a clear understanding of, like, no, how a shopping cart website works with all the AWS serverless components. So why we are gonna go to a serverless components? It's like it will be like a Lambda will be built in milliseconds, and API gateway also we have like a robust in AWS. So everything will be like a serverless architecture. So you don't need to like manage a lot of servers. So that is the overall idea of this one. And let us deep dive into the session. Okay, so I just want to explain the overall architecture and process. So please follow my mouse pointer over here. And so I have created a website. So it will be like a simple web page with a shopping cart and the items listed, and the user over here just loads the static website. So only the static content will be stored in the AWS. Obviously, static content, when I say, is like a HTML and CSS file, and it will be loaded. For instance, user like loading the website, so it will be a static page loaded in his browser, like CSS and JS and HTML files. And once he clicks the place order button, it will go to the Amazon API gateway. As you know, like, an Amazon API gateway is the front end, and it receives API calls and it can process internally and give the response output. Okay, so in my demo, I will be just loading the static pages, and then once you click the button place order, it will be like posting the orders whatever we have added in the shopping cart to the Amazon API gateway, and then Amazon API gateway like triggering the AWS Lambda. Okay, so this Lambda will be like a order place Lambda, wherein the orders whatever we have placed will be stored in the Amazon DynamoDB. Again, Lambda and Amazon DynamoDB are serverless resources, wherein the DynamoDB, I can say, like, it's like a schemaless database and it can auto scale itself, so you don't need to worry about like provisioning resources over there. And once the order is stored in the obviously when you place the order, you need to store in the stateful, right? So we are just storing the stateful thing in the DynamoDB, and then once the order is placed, an event is sent to an Amazon EventBridge resource. It's another AWS resources, wherein whenever an order is placed or anything, like, it receives that messages, right, or an event, then we will dictate the rules, or we will create a rules in Amazon EventBridge to trigger another Lambda to, like, update the ERP systems, and obviously send us a response over there. So this is this simulation, and so let us deep dive, and I'll just show you like a overall like flow. So user opens the website, okay, fine, then he places the order, user clicks and places the order, then the JavaScript in his code, I mean the static code, will call the API gateway, and API gateway invokes the order handler Lambda. Okay, so, and the Lambda stores the order in the DynamoDB, and the Lambda registers the order place event in the event bridge. I told you, right, once events arrives in the event bridge, and then event bridge invokes other Lambda, and the user gets a success response. Okay, this is the overall thing. So now, so coming to the resources, so I'll just quickly go show you the demo, then I can tell you the resources. So currently these things, like this website is obviously like hosted in AWS S3. You can see this one. So I just created a website. It's like a shopping cart, right? So I have like three items like apple, banana, and orange. So I'm just going to before that, I just want to show you the DynamoDB component over here. I have created a DynamoDB as well, like a table for this. I will explain you the piece of code, but just I want to show the demo, like, first thing, and then I will explain the piece of code. Okay, so orders table will be there, and that I have created one table in the DynamoDB, and I'll just fetch the live items. So currently only 7 items is there. Okay, once we place the order, the item count should be increased, and then no, my order ID will be generated. Okay, so that's the overall process of this demo. So coming to our the thing I told you. So it's like a static load the static web pages, right? So static web pages I have, it's in AWS S3. Okay, so AWS S3, like I've just uploaded only 3 files. I've just stored here app.jss file, index.html, and style.css. Only 3 files. Okay, so JavaScript file will be having all the heavy lifting. I mean, in the sense like calling the API gateway. Okay, so I can show you that as well. So if you see here, app.js file, right? So app.js file, I have this API gateway hooked in. Okay, and then the shopping cart, the code will be like render code. I'll explain you the piece of code. Okay, so this will be there, and this is the static website. So coming to our thing, so I'm just going to add my apple one, banana one, and then total $3 I have, and then I'll add total $6, right? So when I click this place order, right, so what this place order will do, like it will, the JavaScript will be called in. Okay, the JavaScript will be called in, and then I'll just show you. So once we click the place order, okay, so you can go to this index.html, on click place order, right? Place order. Once you click this place order, this function will be called in. Okay, place order function. Okay, in the JavaScript, where is the place order function? This function will be called in. Okay, so then it will just post into the, it will gather the data and then post into the the API gateway. So then it receives the response, and then order ID, it will like print in the order ID. So this is the main thing. Okay, so coming to our code, and then I'll try to before that I'll just scan how many records are there in the DynamoDB table. Okay, 7 records there. So I added 3 items in my cart, and then I'll place the order. Okay, oops, here order placed. Okay, ID has been generated, meaning that order my shopping items have been my order, like total $6 for this order. I received one order ID, so then they will deliver to me. Okay, so it's a kind of this simulation. Okay, I'll just press okay, then I just go here and scan. So here item count will be 8, meaning that my order has been saved to the database, like a DynamoDB database. Correct. So how this process happens? Okay, this is the demo how this process happens. I'll show you the from the Amazon API gateway layer. Okay, so the front end will be our API gateway. Okay, API gateway. So front end will be the API gateway. This is my API gateway I told you. So here stages are there already. Okay, in API gateway I have just integrated one Lambda. If you see here, I have integrated this Lambda, right? So configure order handler Lambda. So once the API gateway receives the messages, obviously it will just once the API gateway receives the orders, it will be passing the messages to the order handler Lambda. Okay. So where is my order handler Lambda? I will show that one. So I have handler Lambda, and it's like integrated there. So what this is the main guy, right? That's the heavy lifting. So it's like a Python. So it connects to the DynamoDB and the EventBridge, and then the so DynamoDB and EventBridge. Okay, so once it receives the order, it generates a unique order ID. Okay, once it generates the unique order ID, it will convert to a JSON format, and then put items in the order table. Okay, that's what it does. That's the reason we have like order is updated, right? So again, no order placed, we received an order placed successful response, right? So for that thing, what it will do is like it will do another one, like it will put like the events, the order placed event in the event bridge actually. So what is an event bridge here? Event bridge, it will just this Lambda. So this Lambda does 2 things. One, it will update the DynamoDB database, and then it will update the event bridge. Okay, so in event bridge, what does AWS event bridge do? Okay, once the data arrives in the event bridge, so once data arrives in the EventBridge, I created rules. I mean, I have pre-created the rules over here. Okay, so if you see here, I have already created an order placed rule, meaning that if any of the pattern matches the source and destination, okay, source and sorry, detail type, okay, from where I get this data, yes, it's in the order handler lambda, right? Order handler lambda. So source is the shop.order and detail, okay. So I mean detail type is order placed, okay. So EventBridge, when it receives the order placed events, right, what it should do, okay, it's like a router, you can imagine like a route, no? So if this particular pattern arrives, yes, I need to do this task, okay. That is the overall EventBridge thing, okay. So what it will do, it will trigger or target the order process lambda, okay. So order process lambda, another lambda will be triggered. So once this order process lambda will just send the response, okay. That is the thing it will do over here. So if you see, this is simple piece of code, yes, receive the order and order placed, okay, json.dumps event, okay, meaning that it will again reply to us with the order ID completely, okay. So that is the thing I'm just showing you here, okay. So this is what I have showed you in the demo. So a website static web page is loaded, and then once you click the place order button, it will communicate with the Amazon API gateway and then AWS Lambda. The first Lambda, right, the heavy lifting Lambda will update the DynamoDB and also sends to the EventBridge, okay. So the reason why we are putting in the EventBridge instead of like directly going to this Lambda is EventBridge, we need to decouple, no? So only once the order is placed, right, there might be many systems which need to be updated, right? You don't need to create too many lambdas or too many like subscriptions and all, right? So just put this event in the EventBridge. From the EventBridge, you can create multiple like the task. For instance, the order is placed, I need to update the ERP system, right? Okay, you can create a lambda for the ERP, right? Then if order is placed, I need to update my SAP, right? Yes, I can update, or I need to update the data team, yes, or through email, right? So all these things can be done by this EventBridge. So that's the reason we are loosely decoupling that one, okay. So that's the overall demo I can show you. Like so main pieces of code, as I told you, right, here like a static code, app.js, and obviously like a order handler code. I told you, right, the heavy lifting lambda will be doing two tasks, like putting into the DynamoDB and also the EventBridge, okay. And then the order process lambda will be like triggered by the EventBridge, and the order response will be placed. So it's like a short, I mean, it's like a good thing. Like I will place in the source code in the description, so feel free to like practice this one. And apart from that, like creating the API gateway, everything is will be like a simple easy step, like just go here, create the API gateway. It's like HTTP API, right? Okay, so you can give in the test, okay. Here you can add in the, you need to create the lambdas before in hand, okay. And then you can just attach the lambda, everything will be like here, like easily you can create it, okay. And then finally you will be getting in a, if you go to the stages here, you will get the URL over here. See, this will be the URL which we updated in the JS file, okay. So that's all about this demo, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I have just I'll place the source code in the description, so please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys, and have a nice day.